Decay here at the Mummy and the Monkeys Thrift Crypt for our very first ever Authors Night, where we have local Cleveland authors do a little meet and greet and a book signing. And I've got these two guys with me right now. Normally I've got my microphone, so I don't have that. So we're going to talk to the hand. And what is your name, sir?
William Krejci.
Hey there, William, and what do you do?
I am a author, local ghost stories and mystery novels, and finding things that have been forgotten for years. And aside from that, I am a historian, Park Service.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
At Put-in-Bay.
Put-in-Bay, yeah.
And which one of these is like your newest book, or one that you're most fond of? If you want to talk about
let's
it
see.
for a minute?
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'd love to. This is the newest one. This one comes out in May. I found a bunch of stories about Put-in-Bay, ghost stories up there, things to check out. More to the island than drinking. I'm talking to the hand. It's things that'll make you tear your skin off, leave it on the beach, and go run and hide inside a saloon and then have a drink. This one I had a lot of fun with. Found over 50 graveyards in Cuyahoga County that nobody knew about. They're under your backyard. Local parking lot, gas station, grocery store, somewhere in the woods, hard to get to, but this is your little trail guide. A couple mystery novels I wrote. And then in October, got a book coming out on the Franklin Castle.
Oh, and rumor has it that you live there.
That's true. I'm a resident historian. This will be the true story of the Franklin Castle, Ohio's most notorious haunted house, registered as 5th most haunted house in the United States. So that's a lot of fun. That's going to be the true story. You're going to see some pictures in there never seen before. People that used to live there. Pictures will be new to you. So
he finds all the cool spots.
Yeah.
Well, we can't forget about Mr. Charles Cassady over here, Junior.
Yes.
Hey, Charles, how is it going?
All right. It's most disturbing. It's almost in lifelike 3D. House of Wax. And I am Charles Cassady. I've been a freelance writer on the scene for, many ages now. And on the way, I accumulated material in the realms of lots of folklore, fantasy, local ghost stories. They were always good for the newspapers in October. I could haul them out of the filing cabinet and fill a couple of columns easily. And after about 18 years of that, I realized I've got the makings of some books here, and my publisher agreed. So that's how Cleveland Ghosts happened. First real book, I can say, devoted strictly to ghost stories, ghost traditions, and some pretty solid history of the Cleveland, Ohio area, followed with Paranormal Great Lakes and Paranormal Mississippi River, where I had the brilliant idea that other people had kind of written about these things, but not alphabetically, A to Z fashion. So you see, if you're being chased by a particular nasty Mississippi River ghost or perhaps a lake monster, you can actually look up its name in here, A to Z form, in your last distress call to the Coast Guard before you were never heard from again.
So it's like the Great Lakes Paranormal Wikipedia?
Yeah, or you know, what are they? What's those books? Jane's Sailing, with the standard sailing guides that no one leaves ports without. Well, you need Paranormal Great Lakes also if you are expected to have any hope of survival when the black dog of Lake Erie crosses your deck. And I also wrote Great Lakes Folklore, which also was my wanting to do a kind of some true historical tales of the Great Lakes that I felt hadn't quite been told in the most enjoyable fashion yet. So there's 2 chapters of ghosts and sea monsters, but the rest are Oliver Hazard Perry. There's the wonderful archaic submarine that's lost off the Canadian shore, and a number of other cool things you would never have thought of living on the edges of these inland seas.
The shores of Lake Erie.
Yes.
All right, and I forgot to do this with William, but where can the friends and fans out there find you? Or get your books? Can they order them online or email you?
Yes, my books are available on Amazon. My publisher, of course, schifferbooks.com. Always glad to receive visitors. And I think there's Indie Publishing, or Indie Pub is another website with whom Schiffer is affiliated that they'd like me to mention.
Cool, and I'm sure we'll put the information at the bottom of the screen or in the credits. And then where can we find your books?
Well, you can find my books all over the place. They're down at any store that you go to, any garage sale. Let's see, you can get them online at mystery novels. You can find at williamgkrejci.com. And there's also a link to my publisher, Arcadia History Press. You can go there, Amazon, any bookstore, Walgreens, up the street, Books A Million. You can get all those there, the ones that are actually published by a publisher, the nonfiction ones. So yeah, you can get those there. And
Cool.
all over the islands, you'll find the Put in Bay one. And you'd see me at any book signing and a local speaking event, you get them there too. And I make more money off of those anyway, so and you'll get them personalized and signed by me too. So
Yes, you get to
those.
meet this creepy man in person. Well, thank you again, guys. Thanks for being part of our very first ever book signing event here at the Mummy and the Monkeys Thrift Crypt. And as I always say, stay tuned. There'll always be more of us.